what's up, you guys? This is Rob from Gay Guy Plays, and today on Dressed to Kill / Rob reads you shit you're probably not gonna read yourself, we have the new Vauban Deluxe skin, and it's out, and it's absolutely fucking amazing. If you guys saw me on stream about this, I definitely lost my mind a little bit, and I'll show you exactly why. But I did want to go ahead and read you some of the patch notes because not only did they introduce the new Vauban Citadel skin, but they also made a couple tweaks to his abilities, which is pretty fucking cool. Alright, so let's take a look. We've got the Vauban Citadel skin, a fortress of ingenuity and style, plus unique Citadel-style Tesla grenades. And let me tell you, those balls are gorgeous. We have the Mortier Heavy Blade Skin, sunder all attackers with the signature weapon skin of Vauban Deluxe Citadel. And then Marquis Sugatra, the signature Sugatra of the Vauban Citadel. Vauban Citadel Collection, reinforce allies with this ingenious warrior. Contains the Vauban Citadel Skin, the Mortier Heavy Axe Skin, the Marquis Sugatra. But, I know, we're there. Let's move on to the Vauban Changes and Fixes. Vauban's passive has changed. Vauban's new passive, deal 25% extra damage to incapacitated enemies. Whether by Vauban's own CCing abilities or the abilities of others, Vauban can amplify his damage against the incapacitated. They also added Tesla is now held to charge for increased damage and status chance. They also increased the particle effect size for a fully charged Tesla, which I'll be honest with you, I didn't quite see, but that's just me. And then they also altered repelling Bastilles augment. It now pushes additional enemies outwards every 4 seconds instead of just repelling them occasionally or whatever. They also fixed some particles on the projectile, not using energy colors for clients. Now, one of the other things that I kind of do want to put in, because this is something that I know has affected some people, but they fixed players not receiving the Stream Pinnacle Pack goods as reported here. And I'll go ahead and link the patch notes down below, but just in case you did pick up one of those Pinnacle Packs, and for those of you who are unaware, the Pinnacle Packs include the, what is it called? The Excalibur Onyx skin, as well as a couple other things. So, that's what that is. Now, what you've been seeing in the background is the Vauban Citadel Collection, and this is for 225 plat. It includes the pieces that we were talking about earlier. The skin on its own, which it's debatable whether you should pick it up on its own or whether you should pick it up with the skin, but I always say pick it up with skin. It's only 150. I say spend the extra 75 plat. It's just, I mean, it's just in case they fix a few things. So let's go ahead and have a chat about the Vauban Citadel skin. Tell me that is not fucking delicious. So the second that I was on stream and we were doing all this stuff, the first thing that I noticed is how much metal is on this man. His primary color is actually metal, and you can get some gorgeous, gorgeous tints off of it. Right? I think it was absolutely beautiful because I was using my old customization, which you could not see very well. As you can see, there's also movement in the skin, which is absolutely beautiful. But the other thing that I want to bring into account is on his tertiary, there is even more metal. It's like that silky, matted, suede metal. So I was like, oh my god, there's like 2 metals. It's a double metal! So I was super excited about that, but we're not done. Because I believe this last piece, as you can see right here, is also metal. This is a triple metal skin. We could just have rose gold and then rose metallics, and then we could toss on like another, like a greeny yellow gold on top of that and just make it all just metal. So I'm definitely into that. There's a lot of amazing looks that I'm going to be working on tonight. The other thing that I want to point out is the energy effects. Look at these bars that kind of light up. It's got like a lot of moving bits to it. Not only does the skin itself move, but the energy effects also move along with it. The only thing I will say is, is it me? Or does this kind of remind you of Octavia's original skin? Like she makes music, like she's the DJ version, and then he's kind of like the old-timey, like, orchestral piano version. Are we on the same page? Are we feeling the same way? Because that's how I'm feeling. Now, there have been comments about, you know, diaper. But that actually doesn't bother me very much. I don't actually think that bothers me. Oh, I didn't even notice, like, on the knee pads are, like, energy effects there, too. Oh, I love it. He's got spikes on his back, which I'm very, very fond of. You know, some butt protection just in case anybody tries anything with you that you don't approve of. There is one thing, there's a couple of things I'm going to knock them for, okay? Because Listen, just, it's a hard knock life, y'all. So on the tertiary color, so you see this right here, the tertiary color governs parts of the helmet, it governs these leg parts, but it also governs these pipes. I don't know if it's intentional or not, or maybe just a trick of the light. Maybe I'm making too much of it. But for customization, you're going to want to be careful with how you customize it color-wise, because what I'm noticing is with certain colors, so as you can see here, I'm going to use this color right here. The helmet is very, very soft and has some dark details on it from that metallic, but the pipes are a little bit darker. So there's a weird disconnect between the head and the pipes, right? I'm gonna do that again right here. So as you can see, pipes very, very dark, helmet a little bit lighter. It might just be the way that my interior's lights are reflecting off of it, but I do find that a little, like, that's gonna get on my nerves. Just a little bit. But aside from that, I think that's kind of cool. The next thing that we're going to be taking a look at is, of course, the weapon that comes along with it. Now, I've had some moments with this weapon. As you can see, I have it attached to the SANDR Prime. It does some weird shit sometimes. It does some really, really weird shit. Like right now, it's not flipped out all the way. So what we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to go here. We're going to take a look at my Vauban Grax real quick. And then we're going to go back. And then we're going to hope that it's fixed itself. There you go. So that's part of it fixing itself, because this whole head part turns. Right now, it looks kind of like a paddle. And I feel like it's kind of like when someone sends you a dick pic and you're like, that looks nice in all of the pictures, but in real life, it's a little smaller than what I thought it was going to be. You know, you're like, it's not tiny by any means, but it's just not as big as I thought it was going to be, which is a little bit of a disappointment, at least in my eyes. The big disappointment, however, you see how it turns? Is you notice how metallic Vauban is. Okay, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to copy appearance, copy Warframe colors. Why isn't this as metallic? Literally, there are 3 metallics on the Vauban skin. There is 1 metallic on the Mortier Heavy Blade Skin. Don't quite understand why that's a thing. So I've actually had to like come through and kind of like recolor it, because it just doesn't, like, the customization doesn't sit well with me. And like I said it on the Octavia Deluxe skin before, and they did change the Octavia Deluxe skin. Her accessories, like her Sayandana and her Boltor skin, were both matte, and she's all metallic, right? So I'm assuming that DE is probably going to end up changing this to make it, to fix it, because at the moment it's literally just all, as you can see, it's literally just all matte colors, with 1 metallic. So they need to get on the same page with that, because it's not consistent from one to the other. We'll take a look at the energy effects in a bit, but before we do, let's go ahead and take a look at the Sugatra, which also comes with it. I feel like the Sugatra follows suit. This is the Marquis Sugatra. Let's see if we, you can kind of see it dangling down there at the bottom. I actually like it. I like the Marquis Sugatra, except for the fact that it is not, that it does not match, again, with the metallics. So that's the big thing for me. If you're going to have a skin with literal 3 metallics, you got to make sure that the weapons match the same way. Otherwise, the consistency is off, copying colors is off. It just does not work as well. However, I'm still vouching for this because I know that DE will come through with the metallic fix for us. I'm feeling it right now. I'm letting you know that, I feel it in my bones. So we'll take a look at the energy effects off of this, because clearly we can't do it here. But let's go over some of those Vauban changes in the simulacrum. A couple of them I'm excited about. A couple of them I really just have no feelings over, if I'm gonna be 100% frank with you. Like Repelling Bastille, I don't use Repelling Bastille. I don't know if you guys use Repelling Bastille. However, having the change for where it consistently repels enemies every single time you're over the limit was definitely nicer, because it was more auto than having to wait every 4 seconds for it. But let's take a look at it right now, so you guys who are using Repelling Bastille can get a feel for it yourself. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna simulate Corrupted Butchers, and as you can see here with my Vauban Prime, Let's see if I can get a headshot. It's 3-6. 3-6 for a headshot. Okay? So I'm going to attract all these enemies here. I want to get them all to the center so that we can have a large mass of enemies. And you can see how repelling Bastille kind of works now. Whoop. So as you can see, well, my build's kind of holding everybody. So, oh, there you go. So let's see what happens. Come and get me. Come on. Come on. See, as you can see, they still get in, but every few seconds they repel them away. And the repel seems to do like a small amount of damage to them. So that's kind of how that works. I don't know. You guys let me know because I have no opinions on it. But remember, we were doing 3-6. Now we're doing 4-5. So we're doing 45k with his new passive. And remember, this new passive, one thing you have to say about Vauban, though, one thing you got to say about Vauban is whether you like him or you hate him, his effects are kind of hilarious. So as you can see right there, 4-5, 4-5, so you are getting a decent damage boost. And remember that the damage isn't just relegated to your traps. It's to any traps that enemies have put out there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a little minefield. You can charge them up now. So that's 350. That's 333. Let's see, 337, 302. I feel like, is it consuming more energy? I feel like it's consuming a little bit more energy when you charge it. But as you can see right here, these are fully charged ones. They're still not really doing much damage. They're still basically CC, is what I'm feeling. Now, I'm going to toss one of these down because I'm trying to look for the energy effect. And I'm thinking the energy effect is like the sparkly gas that is emitted from it. Because this one doesn't really emit very much gas, and those ones are emitting way more gas. You see how they're very gassy? So now you know what that effect is. But the last thing that I do want to end up showing you guys, let's go ahead and kill all of these enemies right here, is we're going to show you his Vauban's new balls. Because really, that's the most important part of this entire video. So as you can see right here, I'm going to toss down Bastille. And look at it. Oh my god. The new balls are absolutely gorgeous. They are fucking beautiful. Look at that. And it matches kind of like the designs on his hip. And also, listen. If you're a weirdo like me. No, that's not what I meant. Oh, well, actually, you know what? It's going to be around for a little bit longer. You can also position Vauban just right to fondle those balls. Can we get it just right? Oh, it's too, the ball is emitting too much gas. The ball is emitting too much gas. Let's end it this way here. There we go. Let's just have him fondle, and we are using the Necros. We're using the Necros idle animation. So for those of you guys who are interested in fondling your balls, that is going to be the animation that you want to use. And this is the angle that you want. But that about does it for the Vauban Deluxe Skin collection. I'm going to go more in depth into bigger customizations later on once it does, once I have figured out the way that I want to make him pretty. So definitely tune in for something more in depth when we do the full-on dress to kill with customizing the skin. But that about does it for me for now. And as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I feel like I missed something. Is there something that I missed? Leave that in the comments. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!